Okay, we are back. Thank you to Airfram for stepping in, stepping up to take over. He is doing everything on the fly at the moment. So things look a little wonky. Well, let's just say things happen.
Hey everybody, cropping on the fly here, just working on it. We'll get going here. Leslie, you can keep going for what you can do.
Gotcha. Yep, static pulse. Meanwhile, I pulled up Raikou's ending. I can tell you he is currently in 3. Found the Franklin badge, by the way, and that's going to be a big help down the road. Now Static going back to the full heal. And to update where we're at, Raikou is currently running around floor 6, with Static Pulse running around floor 8, I believe. I mean, make a joke, man. I was joking. I do love this game's quirky humor. And while we are going through this setup phase, I do have a few things that are community-related to announce. The schedule list for SNES Superstars is up, and there are not one, not two, but 3 Earthbound runs in the marathon dedicated to Super NES speedruns and randomizers. Tuesday, June 18th, yours truly and RaikouRider will face off in an Ancient Cave randomizer race. And how good our past tournament race was, running it back seems like a good idea. Then, on Thursday, June 20th, at about 8:24 a.m., Derek GNC will be running Boogie Percent. And finally, last but not least, the final day of the marathon, Monday, June 24th, Drum Bordis will be running any percent glitchless at 1 in the morning. Now, these times are all scheduled to are subject to change depending on how the marathon's running, if they're ahead or behind. But still, later in June, look forward to SNES Superstars and a trio of Earthbound speedrunning goodness. And Static is on Doggo. Paralysis hits. Ori, the boss list for this seed was disgusting. We had a Nightmare on 4, a Rat on 5, Master Barf on 6, Electrospectre on 7, Doggo on 8. Definitely a difficult boss list for both runners. And it is phase 2. Well, Raikou has found a skip, the ruler skip. Does this get him to 9? Oh, and Flash has taken out 2 party members. Not good. It is just Ness, and Ness alone. Oh, but Diamond Dog says no. That right there is why Diamond Dog, Double D, is literally one of the most dangerous bosses in the entire game. Meanwhile, Raikou has found his way to floor 7 and is about to go toe-to-toe with Electrospectre. Oh, that isn't just a psychic shield, that's a psychic power shield!
Hey Leslie, what floor is Static on?
Static is on 8.
Cool, alright. I think I'm here for a little bit.
As Doggo literally just said no. Static is falling back to Central Onet, I am presuming, for a full heal. And this will get Paula and Jeff back, but Pooh, for whatever reason, yeah, does not get the full heal. It's a vanilla thing. Because because the game does not expect you to have poo at this point in time. I see Static's game right here. Buying super bonds. Smart strat. Good morning, Temple. Good afternoon. Ah, yes, that's better. I do like the strategy by Static using this mouse room as a base, as Raikou is through Electrospectre. Gonna be heading up to floor 8 here shortly. Raikou's probably wanting a heal for Jeff for this next fight because without at least half psi resist, Doggo gets disgusting. Or you just get healing Gamma, and that works too. Yeah, Raikou cleared Spectre. They're both on floor 8. Oh, Horns of Life. That's another huge find. Bobby's on Raikou's side. Meanwhile, some hot menuing has allowed Raikou to keep everybody alive. Raikou's cleared the fight. Big experience, big levels. I love it. Did I just see that PSI Shield Sigma get for StaticPulse? Because that's going to be helpful for Gygus, but for Carbon Dog, not so much. We really need to find at least a C pendant. Static gets a surprise attack on 6 Fobbies, doesn't want the fight. And Raikou knows he's at the end of the floor. And so is Static. We could potentially have dueling doggo fights. In front of Doggo, Raikou does not want this fight. I do not blame him, because this fight is gonna get rough. Static finds a star pendant on 8. Stop the presses. How often do we see a star pendant on this floor? And that Mook has got a psychic shield. Raikou into phase 2. I don't know if he has any pendants, but the Crystal Charm will at least ensure that Jeff can't get Diamond Eyes. Static finds an Earth pendant that's a half psi resist. And that robot was totally freeze resist. Now, one strat I sometimes use here against the boss like a doggo is I will throw the Pharaoh's Curse at it so that every turn I'm getting a small amount of damage, because that can add up over time.
Do you prefer the overtime strats?
Yeah, hey, damage over time worked well when I played through Xenoblade Chronicles, so why not? And yes, this is an early match, but this was the only time they could meet. Hi! Oh, no! Raikou gets KO'd. Party wipe due to a flash strike. That's the danger of a glorious light right there. So will Raikou try again, or is he gonna start looking for pendants? Because if he does, and he finds the second floor of Dungeon Man, he'll get a star pendant out of it at the minimum. Static not wanting anything to do with any fight right now. I do not blame him, because you need all the help you can get. to deal with Doggo, and marking the exit mouse short of the fight. Very smart. I'm not sure why Magnet was attempted there, because the Carbon Dog phase... Oh, I see. Trying to time it to get some psychic points away from Diamond Dog, but the transformation hadn't happened yet.
Okay.
Now here we go. Brain shock, but it whiffs. I'm assuming Raikou has found the star pendant, as it looks like he's just going straight back. I don't blame him. He might be feeling behind, and I would be too. Also, how you doing, Airframe?
I'm doing a little bit of a practice on the restream wheels here. A little bit rusty, especially when I love feeding double audio to the audience. How's everybody doing?
And here comes Raikou for second attempt at Carbon Dog, which would be... Wait a minute, somebody's charging in. It's a Shattered Man, but Shattered Man got shattered.
Alright, you can make that quad audio. I'll feed you double, and then you can double it up, and we'll go quad.
Glorious Light takes out Jeff on Static's end. For Raikou, it's Carbon Dog. And now it's down to just Pooh on Static's end.
Yeah!
And Starstorm takes it out as Raikou starts phase 2. Static is our first runner onto level 9. Good room to find on level 9. You get to see what's here. Souvenir coin. Decent, pretty good equipment, I dare say. Goddess ribbon is Paula's top ribbon. Static taking the hotel heel to get Pooh some psychic points.
Oh, a very smart healing move right there, not knowing where the next closest one is.
Absolutely. And then another stay to get everybody to full power. Excellent strategy. And that's King Banana, but that's not going to do Static any favors at this point, because that skip was all the way back on floor 1. Now, Raiko did find a bottle of deluxe water and just use it for Raiko on Pooh. Doesn't have Starstorm, so is able to use Freeze instead, and it's done some work as there have been solidifies aplenty. Now, unfortunately, Paula ran out of psychic points, so no more freezes from her. And Raiko's through. I feel like Raiko's in a better spot party-wise because Raiko was able to get through with only one kid down versus Static's 3. Now, full disclosure, chat, I had a feeling this was going to be a very good race because both of my races against both these runners were really good. But now the question is, who will find Gygus first? Raiko doing the same hotel strat would be a good place to save too, just saying. But right now, the one edge that Static has is that Static has Starstorm on Pooh. Well, I guess the other advantage is knowing where the floor 9 full heal is. Ultimate bat pickup. Unfortunately, too much stuff in the inventory there, so gotta get rid of something. And is using this moment to get rid of a lot of stuff. And Static just found the the mini barf scripted fight. And the runners are high-fiving.
Kaboom. So, Leslie, I've missed most of this match. Give me a quick lowdown on how we're looking on each side as we get ready for Gygus here.
So the one advantage StaticPulse has is having an Auto Star Master. I'll get to the boss list in a moment, because both have a Star Pendant, both have a Franklin Badge. Static does have an Earth Pendant that was in the same room as the Star Pendant, but Raiko just turned around, didn't bother to check the rest of the room, probably feeling behind. Now, the boss list for this seed was something else. Floor 4, Ness's Nightmare.
Yeah.
Floor 5, Plague Rat of Doom. Floor 6, Master Barf. Neither runner fought this boss. Floor 7 was Spectre. Floor 8, Dog.
This sounds like a seed I would roll.
A boss list. Yep, definitely.
My favorite thing is these runners explore as far as finding all the skips they missed.
Yep, all the ways they could have gotten around, but at the same time, it's worked out because both runners are looking pretty ready for Gygus as Raiko gets jumped by a criminal caterpillar of all things. Usually those guys are running away.
Well, it's trying to mug them. Give me all your gold.
Oh geez, now I'm getting a flashback to early 1,000-year door. Did I just see a flash Omega there? That'd be really rare.
All right, get ready, folks. We got an incoming ad break in 40 seconds. We'll get it out of the way now so Gygus isn't interrupted.
Static found Underworld, wanted no part of it. Understandably so, because Underworld is ridiculously slow. Yeah, the ads know when to start at the wrong time, Ori. I swear it.
Yeah, by the time we return, it'll be over. Race over, stream ended. Whole underworld.
Whole Underworld at vanilla movement speed. Personally, Scramble does this right by letting you run fast through here. Instead, you're going slow.
Look, I like the fact that this is vanilla speed because now you have to make a decision. There's a consequence to make it or not make it. Instead of, okay, I could go right through it. Is showtime on the other side?
Personally, I would find the gift boxes to be quite alluring here because this is the floor 9 item pool. You could get a lot of good stuff here. Like, just Kraken Soup being one example. You could find a heavy bazooka here, potentially.
There it
Or
is.
you can find Gygus right there because the game knows.
Told you, it's a decision.
That just seemed like it was required, honestly. But you could mark that, explore, go back. You could also use the Tenda Village just to save and use the full heal nearby if you need to. Oh, look, a dinosaur wandered in. Considering we're connected to Underworld, that would be quite typical. Now, the big question at this amount of HP, alpha or beta, yet with a large alpha, so that's good, but that damage is about to be nullified because of a large pizza that StaticPulse found. Paralysis does not work.
At least freeze does.
Yeah, because otherwise that'd be a big problem.
Loaded dice on loaded dice on loaded dice. Ah, it never ends.
What sort of cursed nonsense is that, Lyra? That just sounds awful. Guessing by movement, Raikou might be confused on where to go here.
Yeah, I haven't mapped it in my head, so I don't know.
Well, there's the full heal. He's scrambling because he knows he's running out of time. StaticPulse is through to phase 2.
I guess we'll take freeze damage, which is good news.
We know Gygus is going to take Star Sword damage, and this right here is where Static's going to be able to put even more distance between himself and RaikouRider just by virtue of having Star Storm. Oh no, Raikou runs into a Ghost of Starman.
You mean a sardonic alien?
Which just got its legs on. Oh gosh, Cave of the Past enemies everywhere. This is disgusting. Oh wait, Master Criminal Worm, not so bad. I'd take that for the experience, but that's just me. Stat is just Static versus Gygus now. At this point, do you revive somebody? Do you pray?
Oh,
Revive
who is our prey
appears to be the
character?
call. Who's our prey character? So, and here comes a magic truffle.
Oh, a Franklin badge too. That's really good.
Yeah, floor 6 and 3, both runners got that. And Static's through to phase 3. Now here's the nasty part. Raikou ran from that room. That's the way he has to go, unfortunately. I think. Oh, there's Magic Truffle for Raikou, and... Under HP sucker. No, this is the right way. Excuse me. And the brain sometimes goes toot.
Toot.
As in brain farts.
No, you and your farts.
Now Raikou's going to need to cross this to get to Gygus. Clock is ticking. As Static is in prayers and is literally got the inside line to this win. It would take a manner of disgustingly bad RNG that's only been spoken of at
As
this
you speak
junction.
about it.
Hey, to be fair, they also speak about 1 in 1,000 blade drops in early game of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, so yeah!
I'm just giving you a hard time. I don't believe in commentators' curse, because whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. Said or not.
Right. Anywho, we do have... Ooh, Gygus's insides are on fire! And a dinosaur walked in. Meanwhile, Static deep into prayers right now. Believe only has a couple left, I think. Well, I also had NBA Jam on the brain, to be fair, as it's 2 prayers to go for Static. Raikou starting the Gygus fight. I can see Static is just mashing buttons like a madman. Understandably so. And that's time for StaticPulse. get your
All
GG's in
right.
chat for Static Pulse, who is one ended. Moving on to the Danger Bracket Finals versus Thomas at a date to be determined. Official time 1 hour, 17 minutes, 22 seconds. Raikou continuing on against this Gygas fight.
All right. Hey,
And we are
Static.
now joined by Static Pulse. GG, congratulations on making it to the Danger Bracket Finals.
Oh, thank you. Can you guys hear me
Wow,
all
what
right?
a seed. What a boss list, too, by the way.
Just a second, I need to change some of my
Oh, good.
settings on
Oh, good.
here. No, it's just the audio is not going to my headphones, so you might be hearing some stuff. All right, I think it's good.
All right, let's see.
All right, yep, it seems to be working good now.
But yeah,
All
that
right.
boss list was disgusting. Raikou saw it first. And at that point, I just, I just called it what it was. Disgusting. And at that point,
Yeah, the I saw a dog. I'm like,
I
oh,
just called it what it was.
it's gonna be one of those seeds, huh?
Not only that, you had Nightmare on 4, Rat on 5, Barf on 6, Spectre on 7, Dog on 8. That, you had Nightmare on
Thank
4,
goodness I had the Franklin
Rat on
badge for
5,
Vector at
Barf
least.
on
Did
6,
Raikou
Spectre
run
on
into any
7,
of the
Dog
others?
on 8. Raikou got the same Franklin badge as you,
All right.
so that really helped him. You both got wiped on your first attempt on Dog. And
Yeah,
while
not
Raikou
surprised.
turned around after getting the star pennant, because I believe he fell behind at that point,
Mhm.
which would be in. Well, that's just my reading on it. But anywho, what really helped you out is you went back to pick up super bombs.
Yeah.
Raikou did not do that. What really helped you
I
out
knew those super
is
bombs would
you
come in
went
handy.
back
I remembered where they
to pick up
were, and I set
super
that
bombs.
mouse right there in that
Raikou
room. It
did
was
not do
right in
that.
between three and the bombs. I'm like,
You
if I'll probably need these for dog. So I kept
Oh,
that
you
in mind
needed them
going
for
forward.
Dog and for Gygas. Which,
Everything needs bombs.
speaking, yep. Also, the other big difference is you were the only one to find the auto Star
Everything needs
Master.
bombs.
Raikou did
Wow.
not pick that up. Yep. Also,
Ah,
the
okay.
other big difference is
Yeah,
you were the only one
there
to
was a
find
lot
the
of stuff. I don't know what
Star
floor
Master. Raikou did not pick
the
that
threed
up.
floor was on, but that seemed to have all sorts of things. It had flame pennants, which could have come in handy for Form 1 dog. I think I also found the Star Master there somewhere. It had a lot of good stuff. Honestly, there seemed to be quite a few things that were ahead of scaling in those presents.
Yeah, in terms of scaling, though, that's what it seemed like to me. Because like I was seeing 4 or 5 flame pendants. I see. I'm like, surely that's 6 or 7, right? Nope. Star
Mhm.
pendant on 8. That does happen sometimes, but yeah, that's just ahead of the typical scaling. So this seed definitely seemed to scale forward with some of its placements and with some of the bosses.
Oh yeah.
I'd say that scaling was right on the money.
Yeah, it definitely would have helped out if you had to go through some of those other bosses, getting some of the stronger things. But yeah, overall, I think I was pretty happy with how everything went. What was Raikou's strategy to get past Dog?
He used what he had with a lot of freeze. Had
Hmm.
a lot of solidify too. He used what which he really had did him favors the season to prayers.
Ah,
Had a
okay,
lot of
yeah,
but he was able to get out with 3 kids alive. You
really
had one, but that was a good strategy to use your revive
But he was
and
able to
then
get out with
use
3 kids alive.
oh,
You
you got
had one, but that was a good
use your
strategy
revive.
to use your
Well, actually,
revive
first the hotel
and then
stay for
use.
the psychic points
Oh,
for
you got
poo. Revive
use your
everybody. Stay again.
revive.
That was smart. That was very
Well, actually,
smart.
first the
yeah.
hotel stay for
It
the
was very nice to
psychic
have
points
that
for
full heal
poo.
there.
Revive everybody. Stay
Well,
again. That was smart.
I
That was
was
very smart.
it was very much the luck of the draw to end the dogfight with just poo. Not only was he the prayer person, but he also got the healing gamma. I had also some horns of life there, so if I needed to, I could have revived some kids to keep going through the floor. But I definitely wanted to save those for Gygas just in case he was spicy. But thankfully, his freeze resistance rolled pretty low, so it wasn't all that necessary.
Yeah, that was a nice thing. As Raikou's now on last 2 prayers.
Yeah, it sounds like it was pretty close then. He must have done similar skips then. I was feeling pretty behind even on floor one because there was just that long chain that went to Andronut's lab, and that was just a straight dead end, and that was like 6 rooms deep. I was like, oh geez.
Yeah, that was also the spot of the only place we saw multi-bottle rockets the entire scene. You couldn't afford them.
No.
That is time for Raikou. Get your GGs in chat for
uh,
Raikou, who finishes up strong with a heck of a tournament run with an official time of 124.06, so just short of 7 minutes.
All right, GG's to Raiko.
And we are now
Well,
joined by RaikouRider. GG. That seed, that boss list. Oh boy, that
Oh
was
my
great.
god, I had a heart attack when I saw that boss list because that is about as difficult as the game can make it.
I think the only thing that would have been even more difficult is if Kraken was on floor 3.
None of the bosses were like that bad, all things considered. Um, but I think really the difference maker was that I think I ended up marking my exit mouse after I saved when I was trying to get past Rat. I found my way back pretty quickly, but even so.
That explains why the mouse took you back to start. I saw that and I'm like, oh no.
That was probably the biggest mistake I made. Getting flash killed by Diamond Dog just happens.
yeah, that happened to me too. I had 2 kids go down instantly, and then the other 2 got diamondized in the other 2 turns. So it was just like, well, I guess I'm trying, trying something else.
So did you also search past past Diamond Dog to look for equipment? Because I went past Diamond Dog looking for equipment, and I just happened to randomly find a star pendant like 2 screens later, and then from there I was just sailing. I also randomly took a skip back to 4, and it led to Threed, and I just happened to find a Franklin badge in the one chest I checked, which made me feel pretty good. But I knew as soon as I found Googie that I wasn't winning just because I made too many mistakes.
Uh, I felt pretty behind at the start. I don't know if you went the same way, but there was a fairly long chain of rooms on floor one that ended up at Andonut's lab with the multi-bottle rockets, and that just terminated there. It didn't link to anything else.
Floor 1 was huge.
Yeah,
I found that also.
yeah, it had that. Also had the Dungeon Man first floor. Just a lot of places. I did find a mock pizza though, and that let me take a pizza monkey skip into the third floor, where I also found an auto star master along with the Franklin badge.
Oh, you found an Auto Star Master?
Yep.
That must have made things a lot easier. I didn't find that. I found the Franklin. So I found a different skip to Threed. Oh wait, no, it was the same skip, but I didn't check all the items. I just got the Franklin badge and left.
Yeah, there was also another you might have taken there was I think there was a Threed hotel not Threed, the Tucson Hotel I think also skipped onto the Threed floor or somewhere around there. Maybe you took that one. But I ended up exploring the Threed floor quite a bit because I didn't have a wet towel or another pizza to take the monkey skips. So I ended up actually finding on it on that floor, and one of the vendors, I think in the burger shop place, has super bombs. And in that chain of rooms leading, thinking Threed and on it was an exit mouse room. So kept my mouse there because I knew once I had money, I'd come back and get super bombs likely for dog. And that's what I did.
Boy, I tell you what, the music in this seed was something else. Y'all picked bangers.
I had nothing to do with it. You would have to thank Derek, who, well, we had to switch restreamers on the fly due to weather being very ornery out where Derek's at.
Oh,
Yeah, that was fun.
the weather was not very kind over here either. But this one wound up being like serviceably close, at least by the sound of it.
Oh, it was. It just wound up being not only the exit mouse mishap, but the big differences on static side were that auto Star Master plus the super bombs.
Yeah,
Evan, the bosses for as high tier as they weren't too bad. Like Pokey with that almost 70% vulnerability to freeze was so nice.
probably the first time I've seen a Pokey that wasn't super resistant to freeze. It was a very nice change of pace.
And then even Googie was pretty susceptible to freeze too. I think it was about 40%.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, you're doing about 100, 150-ish, depending. But yeah, that overall, it was a good race. I can't complain too much about how I ran it, I don't think.
Really, like Leslie said, it was just a mishap with the mouse because I think I got some really. Because I think what it was is I'd have to watch it back, and I'm gonna do so at work when it slows down. But boy, did that make my blood boil when I saw myself back at Nessa's house.
Yeah, that would have.
Understandably so.
Yeah, that's a rough thing to have happen. You either miss mark or you save at before you mark, and you just end up back straight. Like, oh no, what happened?
But I at the very least did remember the exact path to get where I wanted to go. But even so, it's a lot of doors.
Yeah, it was worth it, but I spent a lot of time on whatever that three floor was. I'm guessing it was four.
It was.
Um, it had really good items, and I did have go back between on it and three to get super bombs at one time. And thankfully, the route from that floor to seven back to eight wasn't too bad. I remember
Sounds
the
like
road
we took
pretty
pretty
well.
similar paths.
Yeah, I didn't fight the plague rat though, so you took a slightly different route at least to get to the electrospectre floor. But beyond that, I mean, we both it sounded like we both challenged dog around the same time for the first time, so
But
it was still going to be pretty close.
yep. And I'm honestly at this point glad to take my exit from this tournament because I've got to get ready for SNES Superstars too.
That is correct, because SNES Superstars, Raiko has not only one, but two runs at it. He is going to be joining me for Earthbound Ancient Cave randomizer on Tuesday of the marathon. Then, for the finale of the marathon, RaikouRider is going to be running SMZ3 with an open Ganon's Tower flag set.
Well, that sounds very interesting.
Oh,
Oh, it
I'm
is.
really excited for it because Open Ganon's Tower changes so much.
Yeah, I've run a few of the runs with this flag, not SMZ3 specifically, but yeah, I've had my share of interesting experiences with Open GAN and Tower.
All right. Well,
You have done it.
thanks for having me
Interesting.
again. Sorry for the mishap yesterday, but I'm
It's
glad
It
all
we could
good.
happens.
get this done.
It's
And
fine. I'm
Okay.
sure that seed would have stunk.
and good. Oh, I've had
Yeah,
my
I rolled it,
I've
so it would have
I've
been.
I've had my fair share of extremely stinky seeds during this tournament.
So, as a preview for everyone, I can announce the next seed here because we only have 2 or 3 races left, depending on how the finals go. Losers round 6 is going to be No Jeff and Long Follower Distance. And if you guys are really nice to me, maybe I'll throw in No Bubble Monkey. But right now, it's just No Jeff and Long Follower Distance.
All right. Time to start practicing.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And I
Thanks
will
for the
absolutely
runs.
take a fourth. I will take a fourth place exit.
GG, Raiko. Heck of a tournament.
Yeah,
Thanks.
GG's.
And Static, good luck in the Danger Bracket Finals,
I'm
whenever
looking
those
forward to it.
may be.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yep, I'm looking forward to it as well because Thomas is really good at this game. You have been very good at this game throughout the entire tournament. You've earned your spot. Good luck. I'm looking forward to it.
Excellent. Well, I'll see everyone next time then.
All right.
Absolutely. And give both runners a follow. RaikouRider, Static Pulse. They put on a heck of a show for you. Also, feel free to give myself, Arifram, as well as Derek GNC a follow if you feel so inclined. Unfortunately, Derek had problems with the weather. And thanks to Arifram for stepping in on the fly to pick things up and bring us home.
All right. We'll see you all next time.
Absolutely. Till next time, stay kind, stay safe, and we will see you for the finals.